All right, before we wrap, we want to finish with what we refer to as the Whissel Widget of the Week. This is something we utilize in our business. It saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun. What do you got, Bryan?
So this tool is, there's no doubt that we like utilizing video here at Whissel Realty. There's no doubt that our agents utilize video at Whissel Realty Group. One of the things that we like to do while we bring people in and screen them is utilize a video interview service. Now, we've been using one in the past. It has worked well for the most part. I ran across this one about a year ago. It came back up again a couple weeks ago, and it was such a better experience. I spent half the day taking from our old one, putting into this new system, building the zaps, the integrations. I'm going to turn it on tomorrow. But this is Video Ask by Typeform. And so what it does is you can record a video asking a question, then the person on the other side will answer the video. What are you watching? Oh, it's me.
Yeah, you just started talking.
The person on the other end of the phone or their computer will answer the question with a video of themselves, and that way you can look back at them in the future when it works for you, when it works for them. This is a bad explanation, but it's basically a video interview that can be done at any time. You pre-record the questions, they record the answers, and you can review them and get back to them. So Video Ask by Typeform, super smooth, super simple, easy to use. The Zap works well. It just
What does it cost?
I think it's like $400 to $500 a year.
Okay.
I think it's $40 a month for the one we're doing.
Yeah.
But if you do it for a year, I think it's like $400 to $500. The other one we used was like $3,000.
Yeah, we were using another one called Spark Hire previously, and it was good, but it was really expensive. And the Zapier API was not clean. We had a lot of issues with it.
It's just a little bit clunkier.
Yeah. It was heavy.
Yeah.
It was a heavy software.
So Video Ask is super. If you've ever used Typeform to do forms, it's clean, it's simple, it's light. I'm a huge fan of this. We're using this for right now, like I said, for recruiting, but I think we're going to be using it for agent satisfaction scores, client testimonials. We can use it for a bunch of things.
Cool. So the one that I'm going to share a few. This is one of my takeaways from Tom Ferry event that I was just at this last week. And I got this from Gary Gold, luxury agent up in LA, sold the Playboy Mansion. That's his claim to fame, and he'll tell you about it 1,000 times over. Smart guy. He's a great marketer and brand guy.
I mean, it's a great story, too.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to sell the Playboy Mansion, I put that on his tombstone.
Yeah.
But he had a really cool trick, and it's something that we all should have, which is a lost listing strategy. So you're at some point in your career, you're going to go on a listing appointment, and you're going to lose. Somebody else is going to get the listing. What you want to do, after you go on a listing appointment, you don't get the listing, set up a search on the MLS, and set it up to notify you when the home goes active, when there's a price change, when it expires, all that stuff. Because you want to know. You want to be able to keep tabs on it. You want to see that property because there's a chance you might run into that seller at some point. So you want to know when it went active, and you want to know when it had a price change. You cannot market to an actively listed home. But you could check in on a seller and be like, hey, you could just conveniently see that a price is reduced on a property and just reach out. Hey, Bryan, I was just thinking about you today. How's everything going? There's no rule that says you cannot do that. That is not soliciting any business. There's no rule that says you can't just call somebody and say hi. Now, could you conveniently call and say hi right around the same time when they just went through a price reduction when they're probably not super stoked with their agent? Yeah, if they bring up their listing, that's allowed. There's no rule that says if a seller initiates a conversation about their listing that you can't talk to them. You just can't initiate that conversation. But if you just want to call somebody, say hi, how's life, how's business, and they bring up real estate, that's on them, not you. So you want to do that, and most importantly, you want to know when that thing expires so you can pounce on it and tell them, I told you you shouldn't hire that dumbass. I don't know what they're doing. You should have hired me in the first place. And now you can come back around and swoop that listing up after it expires. So make sure you have a lost listing strategy so that next time you do go on an appointment and you lose it, maybe that thing boomerangs and comes right back to you.
I can see a campaign, making an automated campaign that one, you send a thank you email, hey, best of luck. 30 days or about when a price change would occur. You could just, hey, following up, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a
Not mad at it.
strategy. Now, this we're a little bit questionable on ethics, but so I'm not telling you to do this, and I'm not telling you it's right or wrong. You make your decision how you feel about this. But I know of agents who traditionally a listing is signed for either 3 to 6 months is pretty normal, or a high end you might be going a year or two. But most listings, especially in today's market, most of us are confident enough to take a 90-day listing. So what people will do is keep an eye on the days on market. When it gets close to day 90, when it gets in like the 80s, they'll go show the home. Or they'll go preview the home and conveniently leave a business card, maybe even leave a note for the seller. Thanks so much for letting us tour your home, with a business card. So that their name now becomes top of mind. And then when that listing expires, then they call them. And now they just saw their business card. So then now the seller knows you're familiar with the home. That could be some questionable ethics there.
I feel like that's just about the same as calling them when the price reduction. Ethically, I think that's probably in the same realm.
But now that one, you're a dick because you made them get the house all ready and show when you didn't actually have a buyer. So that's screwed up. So I'm not a fan of that strategy,
Okay.
but I know of people who have used that strategy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just calling to say hi. There's no rule that says you can't do that.
There's no rule that says that you can't have your email automation on, right?
I don't think I think the key is hitting them at the right time. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Good point.
So there you go.
I'm not in love with it, but I'm also not like
It's
mad
not a
at
bad
it.
idea.
Okay.
Doesn't violate any rules. Cool.
That's important to me.
Hopefully you guys got a ton of value out of the show today. Again, I'm Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty in San Diego. Want to thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Whissel Way podcast.
See y'all next week.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.